Welcome back to HomeKit 5. I'm Josh.
I'm Brayden.
This week we're going to talk about Brilliant, Hue, Controller. Yeah, I guess the App Store app, and Aqara. Let's dive into the show. So, Brilliant has added HomeKit support to their smart dimmer switch. So, to me, this one reminds me a little bit and looks to the Wemo.
Mm-hmm.
They had announced that they were going to add HomeKit support to this thing back in January 2020. So people have been waiting a while. It's one of those rare, I think, promises fulfilled, right? Unlike Ring or Eufy doorbell or there's been a number of things that just never seem to get the HomeKit support, but this one got it, so that's kind of cool. If you are in the market, it's a nice looking dimmer. It has a motion sensor built into it, which I think is kind of cool. It's got the dimming slider. It's the outside of the dimmer slider is like a capacitive touch interface to turn it off and on just with a light touch. And then it even has scene control, so you can double tap and it'll get picked up as a button press. So it seems quite versatile. We did some research. It looks like it uses a Bluetooth mesh network, and you have to have one of their smart control panels installed, and that allows you to control more devices. I don't think that, I'm assuming that is probably what got the HomeKit update.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like acting as a bridge to this thing would be my suspicion. But yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting. But again, at that price, hard pressed to not like the Lutron.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. But it does come in 4 colors, including the ever popular light almond.
Also known as beige. This thing very much reminds me of a classic Macintosh.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of lighting, Hue. Some new bulbs have surfaced. 1100 lumens. Color bulbs in a new starter pack have surfaced on Denmark website. Yeah. That's about it. The current ones are about 300 lumen dimmer. Less bright, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they say a price? Yeah, they don't say a price. Yeah. They kind of think, the speculation here is that maybe it's going to come in at the same price as the current bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
So, not bad, but not great, right? Like in HomeKit land, I probably would reach more for the Nano Leaf over the Hue. I guess it depends, right? Because I have noticed with the Nano Leafs, they're great when the white is on. They're very, very bright. Actually, we accidentally left them on here.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, here we go. Podcast time. We'll see if that works. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends. If I can get 1100 lumens in a blue or a purple, it definitely is one of those things I've noticed with the Nano Leaf. When you switch to even an orangey kind of color that the light bulb might produce in a white setting, it's still not as bright as if you go to the pure whites. So I feel like there's more LEDs engaged or something in the Nano Leaf. So I would be curious to see, what that looks like with the Hue bulbs. But I think if you're in that ecosystem and the price isn't bad, this is more, it's not a full BR flare out for a can light, but it is kind of that flare out style versus a rounded bulb top.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Speaking of more Hue bulbs, it looks like we're going to get all kinds of filament bulbs. There's a new E14 filament bulb, so it's going to have a thinner base. It's more like the candelabra style. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know. I struggle here. I like the black base on them for sure. Yeah, not much else to say. We don't have a price yet either. So if you're in hue, might be interesting for you.
Yeah. All right. I don't really have a transition for this one. Controller. This is a third-party HomeKit app.
You could have said you could add code storage.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I don't know, but except that you don't really do that.
No, you really don't. Yeah. So this is one of many third-party HomeKit apps, but this one adds a couple new things in the latest update, including HomeKit code storage. This is a pretty big one. What's that? What's the other one that does that?
Oh man, Aaron makes it. Now I'm drawing a blank.
HomePass.
Yes.
HomePass.
Yes. Good call.
Yeah, and this also allows you to back up your all of your devices into just a backup, so that way you can restore in case anything just malfunctions or just anything goes wrong. And then this also adds scene archival along with automation archival, so you can remove them temporarily from your setup and then bring them back at a later point. There's also guides on how to replace broken accessories and move your home to another Apple ID. And then just a couple new options to trigger automations.
I'm kind of curious. We may have to download it. It's probably on my phone already. I'm wondering what those new options for automation triggers are. I don't know. If you don't have this, I think it's probably worth at least taking a look at. You can download it. It's free. It comes with a 1-week trial, and then there's a pro subscription if you want to do the backup stuff. And it does look like they have a new backup status feature, which will tell you if your backup is up to date or not, which is kind of nice. Maybe just automate that backup. My guess is the app has to be open to do the backup though. So I don't know, this is kind of cool. I love seeing it. I hate seeing another app kind of being subsumed like this, cannibalized. But at the same time, this is kind of the quintessential HomeKit app in my toolbox, I guess, outside of the home app and shortcuts.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Aqara has revealed a retrofit rollerblind motor, so they're going to call it the Roller Shade Driver E1, which seems to be part of an emerging E1 range of products that's coming out. But essentially, this is like the Soma, or I think there was another one too that did this. But it uses those beaded blinds with the the chain. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. The chain that you can pull one way or another that kind of raises or lowers the blinds essentially. So I'm kind of excited about this, especially if it really is part of a more affordable range that they're coming out with. I know a lot of the blinds aren't the blind style options that you can get aren't very affordable necessarily. It seems to be a pricey segment of the market. So it'd be really nice to see this kind of come along and be an affordable option. So hopefully that does come out to be true. And it is Zigbee 3, so you would need a Zigbee 3 hub, which is the G2H or one of their newer hubs that they've come out with. The M2? The M2 just dropped a week or two ago in the US, so definitely be looking there if you're interested. And says the battery can last up to 2 months on standby, being used once a day, once up and once down. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll definitely, when we get a price on this, we'll be sure to mention it on the show again. we're going to be watching out for it, because I think we were just talking today about needing smart blinds up in the home theater room. So I could see this being an interesting option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we had this week. As always, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, be sure to leave us a review or leave us a comment on Apple Music or YouTube. We very much appreciate you watching and listening. And if you haven't already and you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this. And yeah, I guess we will see you guys next week. Bye.